Real and Uncut, y'all. The podcast SITREP, where we're talking about how to utilize your VA entitlement to purchase property from an investor's perspective. And we like to keep it real. That's why we're all relaxed. You're going to get information from everywhere, but you're going to get it real and raw here. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Anthony Glenn checking in with the SITREP podcast, and today we're going to be talking with Sergeant Major retired Esquire Michael Childs. Okay, served how many years in the Marine Corps?
22 and a half.
22 and a half years in the Marine Corps, and we're going to be unpacking, is it the right time to buy or should I wait? Is the market going to crash? Okay, so Michael Childs, welcome to the podcast. I really appreciate it. And hey, brother, Simplify. How many years did you do again?
22 and a half.
22 and a half years. I did 20 years in a day. And cheers, man. Simplify.
Got to throw that half in there and that day in there. It's sometimes.
Indeed, man. So we're going to get right to it, man. I really appreciate you being here. I'm super excited to talk about this topic today. I have a couple of questions for you, and then we'll get into the actual question of the topic for today.
Okay.
Here is the burning question that I get time and time again. Is the market going to crash? What do you think?
No, I don't think so. I mean, the biggest thing with me is I always tell my clients to capitalize on what the market has to offer, right? So do I think it's going to crash? Absolutely not. I think people need to get in there as much as they can, buy as much as they can, and get the equity in the long run. You know what I mean? That's
good. So basically what you're saying is that, okay, so you basically saying that you make money when you purchase houses, not when you sell them, right?
Yeah.
That's
absolutely.
good. That's good, man. Well, here's what I want to add to that from my perspective also is that the market, I feel, will correct, right? Yeah. So you have a couple of compensating factors in regard to the market. Number one, people were thinking that they were going to have a recession, and we didn't. So it created a bubble because of the rental situation where people weren't getting evicted, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then also, how hard was it for you to get offers accepted in this market?
In the past, it was really hard. It's a little bit better now, I think, because people are taking these offers from conventional offers and they're going all the way through. But once that property appraises, people are kind of backing out. And then people are calling me, hey, you still want to put in that offer and you want to take the VA loan afterwards. So it's a lot easier now than it was about 3 months ago. Absolutely.
That's crazy. How many service members have you put in homes since you retired?
Ooh, service members in homes. 16.
Wow, 16.
16 transactions I've done, yes. 16 journeys, I will have to say, that I've
16
been a part
journeys.
of. Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Then you kind of got in at the beginning of a pandemic, right? So was that a little nerve-wracking for you, or was it pretty easy for your transition?
So I think with other agents, they're so used to it being one way, like, open houses are so much easier, all these different things with scheduling, going to show a house and all that stuff. But I came in while all that stuff was happening. So it was normal to me to sign all these documents to get in to go show a house and all this. So now it's a lot easier. So I'm living the life right now. It's so much easier for me than it was in the past.
That's crazy. Why did you get into real estate? What is your why?
My why? I love to see, so I have a master's degree in teaching and education. I taught McMap in the Marine Corps for a long period of time. And I love to see the moment when people have the light bulb go on. You know what I mean? Like they have learned something, they have achieved something, and that look on their face is priceless to me. And I get that same look when people purchase homes. And then I have the freedom to be a part of it as well. So that's why, yeah.
And I bet you enjoying not having to get up and do PT and stuff, right?
I mean, I still do it. Don't get me wrong, because I got to stay skinny like you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm definitely enjoying a lot less rules than I had in the past. That's for sure.
That's good. That's good, man. Well, let's talk about the market really quick. So great information. I appreciate you joining us on our journey with the Veteran Homeowners Club. Our goal was to actually educate service members on their VA entitlements, taking advantage of that, and looking at it from an investor's perspective. Tell me about the market in San Diego County. From 2021 to what is the projected increase in values of homes from 2021 to 2022?
So San Diego right now, we're looking at 19%. So you could do both, 19% for San Diego County, 19% for Riverside County for those who want to live in Temecula, Marietta. I mean, that's a good amount. If you use a metric of, let's say, 450,000 or 500,000 for San Diego, you're looking at 95,000 in equity in a year. Or
wait. $95,000 in 12 months.
$95,000.
That's insane, man.
Yeah. And that doesn't even include the fact that you're paying down on the property. That's just the property appreciating, like you talk about in your classes all the time. It's appreciating that 95,000. So you're getting the tax breaks the entire time. You're also paying down on it with the BAH money that is non-taxable that you get for free from Uncle Sam. So why not do it?
That's good, man. Yeah. And that's the message that I want to talk to people about is, so let's just think about this. So in 1 year, 12 months, projected increase in value of homes will go up anywhere from 16 to 19% at the highest, right? So that means $85,000 to $95,000 in 1 year. So let me talk to you about what you guys could do with that, and then you can echo some of the things or maybe add to it. Number one, if you're getting $95,000, you can pay off your debt, right? Because the VA loan allows you to do a cash out refinance up to 100% of the equity position. And essentially what equity is what you purchased the property at, paying down the property amount, and then that property increasing in value. And that sandwich is the difference, right? So you can take that money out and basically roll it into doing a multitude of things, like possibly buying an investment property in the South, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the prices in different places are definitely lower than they are here in California. But let's say you got a duty station, right? Because that's what we talk about, 3 years for a duty station. So if you're looking at $95,000 for 3 years, I mean, that's a good amount of money you can put down on another property. Definitely.
Yeah, that's insane, man. Or even doing, funding your retirement, doing all types of other stuff with that money. So, one thing I always talk about is when you're purchasing a property, regardless if the market goes up or down, you're in a good interest rate. What are interest rates right now? I know you're not a mortgage professional, but you kind of see what the veterans are getting. Where are the interest rates at right now?
They're good right now. I mean, I've seen 2.25. I've seen 2.5 and up. I mean, obviously it depends on if people are paying their closing costs with the interest rate and things of that nature. They're getting lender credits, but yeah, 2.25. That's good. That's a good amount.
Yeah, that's a good interest rate.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, 2.25, and then also the VA the VA is at a cost though. It does cost you to get the VA loan. It's called the VA funding fee, which is a fee that ensures that 25% of the mortgage amount will be insured in the event that you default. It is a non-recurring cost. What does non-recurring mean?
That means it's not going to happen again. It's only one time.
One and done, y'all. So that means one and done, like my CFT. I run it and I'm done. Right? So let's just talk about that really quick in regard to the difference between utilizing your VA entitlement versus your, because I always get a lot of questions, and I'm pretty sure you do too, utilizing your VA entitlement versus an FHA or a conventional. So the FHA loan requires 3.5% down, and it has mortgage insurance, which means the monthly payment will be higher.
Yeah.
And then conventional, even accepting conventional offers, conventional people can lose their jobs. So veterans, they have their housing allowance. Does it go up or go down?
It always goes up.
Always goes up. Y'all hear that, right?
Always goes up, never goes down. Even when it goes down, the people that have that rate already, they're already grandfathered into that amount, so it never goes down.
So essentially what you're saying is that if I purchase a property, I'm utilizing non-taxable income to essentially utilize my property as the bank.
Yeah. So
you're paying down something that you own, therefore increasing in value over time, right?
Absolutely.
That's good, man. This is really, really good.
A no-brainer.
It is a no-brainer when you talk about utilizing the VA. Mm-hmm. So can you tell us about the new construction deal that you just had? Can you tell us about that client?
Oh, man. Whew. So I had a client. So this one worked out where he called me. We were at 112 together. He was my XO when I was in one of the batteries. I was a headquarters battery first sergeant at the time. And he called me up. He's like, Mike, I want to get a property. I'm not going to be around. I need you to help me out. So we went and looked at all these different properties. I did all these virtual showings for him, sent him the videos. And then I ended up saying, hey, let's go take a look at this new construction via video. Mm-hmm. So went over there, did the video of the property, talked to the lady, got it set up. He paid $577,000 for the house.
Okay, 577. Let me.
577,000.
Okay.
Right. So in 6 months, like I was trained to do by my professional over here, right? In 6 months, I sent him a CMA. I sent him a market analysis of everything that's going on in that general area. Mm-hmm. So a house sold for $827,000 about 2 months ago.
Wait, he paid 577.
Correct.
And in the same community,
yes,
877.
827.
827.
827. Yes.
Okay, I'm an ASVAB waiver. I got to do the math, but it's almost close to $200,000, right?
Quite a bit of money.
Okay, so y'all heard it from a retired sergeant major and realtor, Michael Childs. This guy purchased a property a year ago and made close to $200,000 of equity because he got in the beginning phases of new construction.
Absolutely. Yep.
Man, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, and they're in the final phases right now. So that property, like I said, $827,000 like 2 months ago. He's already made that money. So now what he wants to do is he wants to invest that money into purchasing another property here in the near future once he gets off deployment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and just for the sake of, we talked about the market in San Diego County, Riverside County, and this is specifically for California, but this is everywhere, guys. I mean, the housing market is crazy everywhere. There's a couple of things that I want to talk about before we wrap up our podcast, and I want to tell you guys an acronym that you guys can use in regard to what to purchase. It's called STUD: scarcity, transferability, utility, and demand. Everybody says location, location, location. Yes, location is cool, but scarcity, transferability, utility, and demand are the four things that create value in properties. Michael Childs, in your mind, for the audience, what does scarcity mean to you?
Well, scarcity, that's the demand on the property. Not so much demand, but it's if there's I'm at a loss for words right now.
If it's rare,
yeah. If it's rare, if there's properties that are available, like right now in California, there's a scarcity of properties.
That's
right?
good.
So
that's right.
We got quite a few sellers that are making quite a bit of money off their property because the inventory is scarce, so to speak. Yeah.
That's correct. Yeah. So essentially, what scarcity means is that there's not a whole lot of something. So if anything is less, just like Jordan shoes, everybody knows about that, right?
Yeah.
So if there's not a whole lot of Jordan shoes, you can quantify that to the housing market. That means that it's not a whole lot of it. Therefore, creating the need for properties, especially in military towns like San Diego, Riverside County, and that nature, because you have people transitioning in and out. And just a fun fact, Oceanside has Camp Pendleton is one of the largest Marine bases. There's 71,000 service members there that transition every 3 years. So you're always going to have a demand for houses here because of that. Transferability means you transfer something. It's easy to either rent or sell. Do you want to expand on the transferability?
Oh, man. I mean, just what you talking about, the 71,000, right? That number, when you're thinking about the amount of people that are living in a certain area, they obviously want to rent. So if you're going to rent out your property and you're a homeowner, you're always going to have renters to rent your property. If you want to hold on to it and build the equity up over the years, why not do it? Let somebody else pay your mortgage.
Man, this is how I built my wealth. Is I bought near military installation schools and hospitals, mainly military installations because I know veterans don't get fired, okay? Yeah. So I'm always going to have tenants, and even if the property goes down in value, it doesn't matter because I'm in a 30-year fix with a good interest rate, so I can project what the monthly payment is going to be, and then I can transfer ownership to tenants in regard to renting, or I can use Section 8 as a play also to put tenants in the property. So, and then not even that, when you own a property, you now become a business owner, right?
For the tax write-off.
For the tax write-offs and the depreciation. And I'm not a CPA, for full disclosure, so don't be coming after me saying, Tony Glenn said I can buy a property and, Michael Childs, Sergeant Major retired, USMC. Hey, we're just trying to tell you guys the facts so you can look from an investor's perspective. Utility is use, the use of the property. Like if it's the U in stud is utility, which means useful. If the property is a 4-bedroom, 1-bathroom, it's not useful. Yeah. So the utility of the property is important too. Do you want to talk about the utility also?
Well, I mean, we got a lot of properties in, Riverside. I call it a home away from home in the county of Riverside.
Yes.
Say, a home away from home. There's a lot of military families out there that have quite a few kids, right? But
Yep.
I mean, go out there and get you a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. I mean, it's much better you buying the property versus renting it and just wasting the money. You know what I mean? There's
That's good.
Multiple properties out there in San Diego, multiple properties out there for you to buy in Temecula, Marietta, Wildomar, Menifee. I mean, you name it. And then you're making money off it all. The biggest thing that I think that we're trying to highlight here is looking at everything from an investor's lens.
Yep.
So if you look at it from that investor's lens, all of the time you're going to make the right decision. I mean, I wouldn't say all the time, but a good percentage of the time you're going to make the right decision to make yourself financially free in the future.
That's good. So just like Michael Child said, I don't know why I'm saying your last name. It's probably the tasty beverage. See, this is real and uncut, y'all. The podcast SITREP, where we're talking about how to utilize your VA entitlement to purchase property from an investor's perspective. And we like to keep it real. That's why we're all relaxed. You're going to get information from everywhere, but you're going to get it real and raw here. So the utility of the property, just to expand on what he was saying, Riverside County specifically, the reason why that's really, really good area is because it's in the area to where properties are still affordable. And then same with Oceanside, Fallbrook and Vista. These properties are beach area properties where you still can get something in California for under $1 million, right? And Oceanside used to be the hood, believe it or not, but it's not anymore. Same with Riverside County. When I bought in 2004, it was llamas and all type of livestock out there. And now people are like, why are you buying all the way in Winchester? Well, the reason why is because I saw the path of growth, right? So anytime you're buying property and you see construction, if they put a Walmart or something like that going up, there has to be over 100,000 people there, which means that it's trending in that area. So when Target comes there, Walmart comes there, Costco comes there, the powers that be, the medicine men of the tribe, they pick that area because that's where everything is trending at. So, and then also Riverside County, people are commuting from LA. You're hour and 15 minutes or 6 hours in traffic. From LA County, you're 1 hour from San Diego County, you're 1 hour from Orange County, and you're also 1 hour from Big Bear. So you can ski and surf in the same day in Riverside County. Riverside County is one of the fastest growing counties in the United States, which is really, really cool. So if you look at egressing out of the property, it's just a good opportunity for you to purchase out here. And then also the BAH, the high BAH here. So a staff sergeant for a reference, do you know how much a staff sergeant or a gunny would get for housing allowance out here in Cali?
I mean, they're close to $3,000, both of them.
Yep.
I mean, they're making some money, and they can afford a mortgage on that. I mean, I'm not a CPA. Let's throw that out there real quick, right? And I'm not a lender, but I mean, $3,000, you're looking at a $500,000 plus house,
Yes.
a little bit over, and you can make that money as long as the tax rate's not crazy, of course. But you could definitely make that payment, and it's yours. You own it. I don't have to worry about not putting holes in the walls. It's those are my walls.
Yeah,
I can put whatever I want in there.
That's good, man.
Absolutely.
That's a really good deal because the BAH is for a single staff sergeant or gunnery sergeant is right anywhere from $2,500 to $3,000, and if you're married with dependents, it's $3,200 all the way up to $3,300, $3,350, and that's going to go up in January. So housing allowance, you're getting that non-taxable income to essentially live in the property, and then now that property works as your piggy bank. So it's all about perspective, and it's just, is the housing market, going back to that, is the housing market going to crash? It doesn't matter if you're a veteran, as long as you can put tenants in there. And here's an example. In 2007, I had a property in Newborn, North Carolina that I bought for $125,000. The mortgage was right around $1,100, and I can only get $1,000 for rent. But I own the property. I pay $1,200 a year. I get the depreciation. The person that's renting my property is paying down the principal balance of my property. And then I just wait for the market to rebound, and I have a property I have somebody paying for it essentially, right? So there's a multitude of things that you can do with that VA entitlement. And there's going to be a correction in the market. It's already starting to happen where things are starting to slow down. But I don't think that it's going to crash, especially from a political standpoint. This is the first term for the new president. So he's going to do everything in his power. As you can see, they had the stay-in-place order for the tenants, and then they also had the supplement for those people, the landlords and the owners, of the property and the tenants, for subsidizing, making sure that they can have funds in order to pay their mortgages and everything else. So it's going to be a correction, but I don't think it's going to be a crash. So any closing words for the audience?
I will say, I remember in the past, I was in the Marine Corps for 22 and a half years, right? And I can remember the VA classes that I received. I can remember people telling me about what houses I need to purchase, what area I need to purchase, equity. And this is real, everybody. Just listen to this, because I didn't retire not too long ago, but I can tell you right now I would be a lot better off if I had these classes in the past. I would. But I can remember the classes that I had, and I'm thinking back, and there was none. Zero. No classes, nothing. And that's part of the reason why I didn't have a house. I did buy a house in, I think, 2006. I purchased a house back then, but that was based on my own knowledge.
Right.
And the loan that I got, because I didn't have the information that we, the Veteran Homeowners Club, Remax Liberty, that is providing to all these people, I didn't have that information. So I went into a loan that was not good for me. It was horrible. But the education that is being provided, take advantage of it and do what you can to make it possible for you to invest in your family for the future. You want to be financially free. That's the goal here, right? There's a lot less stress. You're going to live a lot longer life, a stress-free life. If you have passive income, what do you call it? Mailbox money?
Mailbox money, y'all.
Mailbox money coming in. You need to do what you can to build that up so you can get to that position. And then when you're there, you ain't got nothing to worry about.
Now think about this. This is a sergeant major, y'all, that retired from 1st Marine Division. And he's telling you guys that you need to invest in your future now. I want to say something, and then I will go out and let Michael Childs talk before we get off. But if I can tell anybody anything, listen to me. Listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth, y'all. Work on your financial stability. Anything that is hard for you is going to be easy for you later. You do the hard stuff now to live an easy life later. Investing in your financial future, working out, getting your education, doing all of these things. The one thing that the Marine Corps is not very good at is educating service members on how to budget their money, and I'm a retired Marine. They just don't talk about that. They teach you how to be a good Marine, but they don't talk about diversifying your portfolio so you have a choice to re-enlist or not. And it starts with your financial stability. And also, to take it a step further, the question that I have for you is, if you deploy to Afghanistan, Iraq, or wherever, do you want your family to be in a property that you own, or do you want them to be in a property that you rent? Okay? That's the question that I have for you guys. And your kids are going to do whatever they see you doing. So if you don't own property right now, and you're not looking in that direction, it's statistically proven that kids perform better in properties when their parents own properties, and they'll become financially stable based off of the decisions that you make. You don't have to have good credit. You don't have to have a lot of money. You don't have to be, I'm an ASVAB waiver. You hear it from my mouth. And I became financially stable by utilizing my VA entitlements, by adding and subtracting. If I can do that, they say Marines are crayon eaters, right? If I can do it, you can do it too. And if Michael Childs can do it, we're advocates for people utilizing their VA entitlements, and join the movement, okay? We put over 1,500 people in houses. We've helped over 10,000 people across the globe through our nonprofit with educating service members on how to become investors using their VA entitlement. Brother Michael Childs, it's a blessing to have you. We've been through a lot.
Thank you, brother.
I want to close by you telling the story how we met, and then also give information about how service members can contact you.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, we met Sergeant Major Wickham.
Yep.
Awesome guy. Super tough on the outside, but he has a big heart. And I told him that to his face when I was retiring. I remember going to his office. Like I talked about this a little bit earlier, but I remember going to his office, and we had a conversation, and he said, "Are you sure you want to retire?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm ready." He's like, "Well, what do you want to do?" I said, "I want to do real estate." And he put you on the phone, and then We got in contact. In fact, I was busy during that time, and I was working. Obviously, I was a sergeant major. I was doing a lot of work then, making sure the Marines and sailors were taken care of with the battalion that I was in. And we went to another class, and he was like, "Hey, did you get a chance to talk to Tony?" And I was like, "No. Well, you need to talk to him." So obviously, when he says something like that, you got to make it happen. But yeah, man, and then the rest is history. I'm free. I'm financially free. I am out here living a dream right now.
That's good,
because
man.
of you. And we're on the podcast and we're all formal on everything, but I really appreciate everything you've done for me, man. And that's why I'm still around and I'm not going nowhere. So I appreciate it very much.
I appreciate that, man. You know what? The most important thing is if you notice, majority of the people that are in our little movement, they're all vets. And who better, less than 1% of the American population have served in the armed forces, right? So why not hire military spouses and veterans to make veteran homeowners? That's what the Veteran Homeowners Club is about. Education by vets, for vets. And we're all about the right people over the most people, man. So I'm thankful to have you. I really appreciate all of the hard work that you're doing and advocating for our movement. And hey, many more houses to come. So how can they contact you?
So Michael Childs, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram. I got a YouTube channel coming up quick. 619-952-2136. homesbymichaelc.com is my website. Email address, michael@homesbymichaelc.com. My Instagram is michaelchilds.realtor. I love all you guys. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Man, that's crazy. I don't know if I can kick it that good, but mine is Anthony Glenn II, 404-277-9880. And you can reach me on Instagram or Facebook at Tony Glenn II, 2 N's, 2 I's. I'm not Italian, but 2 N's, 2 I's, Tony Glenn II on Instagram, Clubhouse, and Facebook. So www.libertyhomeowners.com is our website, and www.veteranhomeownersclub.com is our Veteran Homeowners Club. Hey, man, awesome podcast. Thank you for having us. Hey, brothers and sisters, Semper Fi. And for my shipmates out there, hey, get out of here. Let's get these homes, man. Let's get it going. Thank you for having us.